They say that in the misty forests of West Virginia, something once stirred that was neither man nor beast. Locals speak of glowing red eyes that pierce the night, of wings wider than a car, of a presence so terrifying it silenced even the bravest. This was the Mothman, the red-eyed terror of Point Pleasant. Was it a cryptid of flesh and blood, a supernatural omen, or something far stranger? Tonight, we step into one of America's darkest legends, the Mothman of West Virginia. The year was 1966. Point Pleasant was a small riverside town, quiet, unassuming, where the Ohio River flowed steadily past old shops and narrow streets. Life was predictable until that November night. Roger and Linda Scarberry, along with friends Steve and Mary Millette, drove through the TNT area, an abandoned World War II munitions site filled with overgrown concrete domes. The air was cold, the trees skeletal, and the only sound was gravel crunching under their tires. Then they saw it. A figure loomed near the old power plant, massive, humanoid, with enormous wings folded at its sides. It stood 7 feet tall, its body dark and indistinct, but its eyes, two glowing, blood-red orbs, burned with a light that was not of this world. Panic surged. Roger slammed the accelerator, the car jolting forward. But the creature unfurled its wings with a thunderous crack and took to the sky. It pursued them relentlessly, soaring effortlessly above the car, swooping low as though to strike. The couples later described their terror, the pounding of their hearts, the sound of massive wings beating the air, the feeling of being hunted by something inhuman. For miles the chase continued, till finally the creature vanished into the night. The couples arrived in town trembling and pale, swearing they had seen something that defied explanation. When the local newspaper published the story, couples see man-sized bird, creature, something. The town's quiet life was shattered, and the sightings multiplied. Hunters spoke of glowing eyes staring at them from treetops. Drivers swore a dark figure swooped above their cars late at night. A man reported his dog running toward the woods after something unseen, never to return. Children told of hearing high-pitched screeches echoing across the riverbanks. Each story was different, but all carried the same chilling detail: red eyes, enormous wings, and fear that clawed at the soul. But for Point Pleasant, the nightmare was only beginning. December 15th, 1967. The Silver Bridge stood as the proud link between West Virginia and Ohio. That evening, traffic was heavy. Holiday shoppers, workers returning home, families preparing for Christmas. The bridge groaned under the weight, but no one suspected disaster. Then came the sound, like a gunshot, like steel screaming. A suspension chain snapped. In seconds, the entire bridge gave way. Cars plunged into the icy Ohio River. Metal twisted and shattered. Screams filled the air. 46 lives were lost in one of America's worst bridge disasters. In the chaos, whispers spread. Many recalled the Mothman sightings that had intensified in the weeks before. Some swore the creature had been seen perched on the bridge, its eyes glowing like warning beacons. Others believed its very presence had cursed the town. Was the Mothman a messenger sent to warn of impending doom? Or was it the dark omen that summoned tragedy itself? The collapse forever tied the Mothman to the Silver Bridge, cementing the creature not just as a local legend, but as a figure of death and prophecy. Even skeptics admitted the timing was uncanny. The creature vanished soon after the disaster, leading many to believe its purpose had been fulfilled. And yet, the sightings never stopped completely. Through the 1970s and beyond, reports continued. A coal miner heard a shriek moments before a mine collapse. Truck drivers swore a massive shadow pursued their rigs along lonely highways. Families woke to claw marks etched in the earth near their homes. In each case, the description remained the same: a winged humanoid, towering in size, with red eyes that glowed in the night. One woman claimed she saw it perched on her barn roof at dawn, its wings outstretched, eyes burning holes through the mist. A farmer swore his cattle grew restless every time it appeared near the tree line. A group of boys on bikes insisted they saw it glide silently across the river, its reflection warping in the water below. And then came the theories. Some believed it was a harbinger of doom, forever bound to appear before disasters. They pointed not only to the Silver Bridge collapse, but to later tragedies across the world where winged creatures were reportedly seen. Others argued the Mothman was a cryptid, a species undiscovered by science, perhaps related to massive birds like the sandhill crane. But could a crane chase cars at 100 miles per hour? Still others believed it was something beyond biology. In the 1960s, Point Pleasant was a hotspot for UFO sightings. Strange lights filled the skies, mysterious figures were reported near homes, and some believed government agencies were secretly investigating. To these believers, the Mothman was no mere cryptid. It was an alien, or worse, an interdimensional being slipping through cracks in reality. Its glowing eyes, its unnatural speed, its timing with disasters, all pointed to something beyond earthly explanation. Skeptics dismissed these accounts as hysteria. They argued fear and tragedy warped memories, that owls or cranes reflected car headlights to appear monstrous. But even skeptics could not explain why so many witnesses described the same terrifying creature over decades. Some believed it was a cryptid, but others feared something far darker. Today, the Mothman legend thrives. Point Pleasant has embraced its infamous visitor, transforming terror into tourism. Each September, thousands attend the Mothman Festival, celebrating the mystery that put their town on the map. The Mothman Museum houses original eyewitness reports, eerie artifacts, and clippings from the terrifying months of 1966-67. A towering steel statue stands in the town square, wings spread wide, red eyes glowing eternally. Children pose for photos, while older locals remember the fear that once gripped their nights. Yet beneath the laughter, the music, the souvenirs, a question lingers. What truly stalked Point Pleasant in 1966? Was it a creature of flesh and blood, hiding still in the forests? Was it an omen, bound to appear before tragedy? Or was it something stranger still? An entity that slipped briefly into our world before vanishing again? Legends never die when fear keeps them alive, and the Mothman is proof. This was the terrifying legend of the Mothman of West Virginia, the red-eyed terror that still haunts our nightmares. Do you believe it was real? Comment below, subscribe, and join us next time as we travel into the deserts of Utah to face the terrifying Skinwalker legends.